but he has chosen to dwell amongst men. She couldn't see, but by touching the baby, she regained her sight. This was just one of the miracles Baby Ozumba performed. At the age of 3, something beautiful happened.
Thank you so much, Abbas.
Something mysterious happened again. He only asked for water. He only asked for water.
don't know what to do my phone. Because I know that this was not okay. But see this rubbish, it's working to you. You are living in our system. See, you are old enough. So you are.
Just have mercy on me. Okay, stop. Sorry. I've heard a man is coming to our village. They're going to go to blow you. I'm big time. You can kill me.
So, Oliver has now been number for 12 years to say about me in my life. No problem. Let me go and come back and meet you now. No problem.
A man with an issue of blood. 12 years, I faith that when you see either of us have 1 minute. As you have seen, these are few, but many miracles and wonders performed by leader Olumba Ogo. From the 8th edition of the public lectures, more capital to go.
Television, and I'm still here with my amazing colleague. I still have Sister Stella, And I still have Sister Peace-Mate. Good to
Thank
have
you.
as well.
Welcome
Thank you
back.
very much.
All right, so today we'll be giving you something different for you to work with. Now, most persons find it difficult to be productive every morning. At the end of the day, they come up with regret upon regret once the day runs out. So today we'll be looking at the early morning productivity secrets that you can use to have a very beautiful and amazing day ahead. So most persons call it rituals. Yes, rituals is not until when you kill or something like that, but there are some specific things that you do that you pay much presence to. So those things can be also defined as ritual. So I'll be starting with my colleagues. We are going to be doing reality checks. Now, I feel or I believe that if you prepare yourself from the ninth, you'll be having a very beautiful and amazing morning. And I believe immensely that those who prepare on time, they said that when you prepare very well, definitely you will see that the result is going to come out very good. So let's have a reality check now. Sarah, let me start with you. Do you prepare yourself in the night ahead of your mornings?
Okay.
Sorry,
Beautiful. Thank you. If I prepare myself at night ahead of
your mornings
my mornings, yeah, it depends on what I have the next day.
or the particular morning.
When I have the next day, most times if like, okay, I am scheduled to work, yeah, like early hours of the morning, then I'll know that yes, I have to prep myself at night to make sure whatever I'm wearing the next day is well ironed and everything is okay. Then everything I'm doing for that morning, like those to get me prepared. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
To get me prepared for the next morning, I'll make sure everything is well kept, so that when I wake up in the morning, let's say maybe I woke up late. Yes, I know very well that I have an early morning start, but let's say I woke up late, I'll know that at least I had prepared the dress I'll wear, the shoe I'll wear, how I will tie my hair tie, and if I'm going to make breakfast early in the morning, or maybe I'll just dash out, just take my usual a cup of water. That's just my usual me every morning, and then I'll just know how to prepare myself the next day. But let's say I don't have anything very early in the morning. I don't have any early morning programs. I don't have anywhere to go very early in the morning. Most times, to be real, I don't really prepare anything. Yeah, to be real, I don't prepare. That is if I know I don't have an early morning start. I'll just let it be. When the day breaks, I'll know that, okay, I have to do this, I have to do that. But if I know I have an early morning start, then I'll know I have to prepare myself
So
before the
would
day.
you feel bad that maybe you do not keep your standards, irrespective of the fact that you might not have any morning duty to do? Like, I know it might be part and parcel of you, like arranging your clothes in the morning, preparing breakfast, doing this and that, and all of a sudden you're free the next morning. Would you feel bad that you did not prepare yourself as you normally do?
No, I don't feel bad. Like I said, it depends on how my morning will start. If it's an early morning program, like Morning Star, for instance, I know I need to wake up as early as possible to start preparing so I can meet up the call time 7:30 a.m. Then I definitely will have to prepare at night. Make sure I remove all the clothes I'm going to wear, make sure it's ironed, everything. Okay, now let's say the breakfast I want to make is something that maybe will take like 30 minutes or so. Yeah, if it's something I can prep and then freeze it for some time, then I'll know that I'll do that at night, and then in the morning I'll just go straight and then do the finishing part. But like I said again, if my morning I don't have an early morning start, do you get? I don't have an early morning start, like I don't have a call time to meet, I don't have early morning programs, I don't have anywhere to go very early in the morning, I wouldn't feel bad that I didn't prepare the previous day. No, I will not feel bad at all.
All right, so Mr. Peace, over to you now. Do you think it is right to always pick up your clothes, arrange them, admire them? I have a friend who says that once she wants to go out, she arranges her clothes. She may bring out like 2 to 3 she wants to wear the next day. She admires the clothes. Try to
see if it fits.
The clothes.
And she just takes delight in admiring clothes. Then all of a sudden the next morning she will not even wear
That's my brother.
these clothes that she has brought
Taking her
out,
time.
took her time to select. Is it nice? Is it good?
Okay, thank you so much, Brother David Eric, and thank you so much, Sister Stella. You really spoke well. Yes, I would like to say it's really nice because it's when it comes to that particular aspect, women do that a lot. When it comes to having to say, oh, will this one fit better, or should I go with this one, and all of that. But at the same time, I grew up, watching my brother. Sometimes he picks like 3 clothes, keeps, and say, okay, he wants to use it the next morning. Then that morning comes, he's not using any. When once you tell him, oh, this clothes is fine on you, bro, he's not wearing that clothes again. He will look for something different. But I, for one, I'm this kind of person. When I say I'm wearing this one, I'm wearing this one. I don't have that time of saying, oh, will this one fit better, and all of that. So that's how I am. So now, talking about having to check the clothes before or prior to the day you want to go out, I think it's okay. It's okay you having, like 3 different clothes. You want to see the one, depending on what you're actually going. Let's say you're going for a job interview, or maybe you want to nail a contract or something. Such scenarios are very important, so that you pick out those clothes, you keep them, if possible, iron all of them, ask someone which one fits better, because in the morning you might decide to wear brown and you feel like, oh, today red would look better, or maybe you may decide to wear red and someone comes telling you, oh, white would look better, or blue would look better, or maybe to fit the occasion. So I feel having to prepare beforehand or before time is even better. It saves you the time, the stress, and all of that.
All right, you spoke about colors. Are there specific colors for each?
For each day.
Yeah, definitely there are, but it all depends on us. But having to sit down here to say, okay, let's take it for example now. For Monday, Monday has to catch you looking sharp. So if you are going for, let's say, a job, a professional job or something, you have to, maybe blue goes well on Monday. If you ask me, red goes well, but red is too catchy. So for me,
It depends on the shade of red.
Yes, it depends. I would prefer maroon to red if you're going out, or other can be gray. Monday has to be very catchy. Tuesday, you can go for brown, depending. It all depends on your skin color, because I won't sit down here and tell you that, oh, since green should go for everyone, whereas you may not even love wearing green or something. And another person, but for me, I feel Monday should be left not so like wow, like shouty and like red or green or yellow, but it should be something matured, something professional. Maroon can go, gray can go, to those who understand what I'm saying, and blue, not this kind of nursery's uniform blue. It all depends on what really fits better. So if you want, we can actually, take our time before we leave this episode and give you the different colors you would want to pick on each day. It will serve you better.
Okay, I would thank you, Sister Smith, but I'll beg to differ a bit.
Please.
Now you said, just like he asked, does each day go with a particular color? And you said yes.
For me.
For you, okay. Anyways, it's your own viewpoint. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, depending on your view, where you're coming from, just like you talked about philosophers. Now, I would say that, for me, every day has to be catchy.
Yeah, sure.
Every day has to be catchy. No day should, in fact, you shouldn't be caught on fresh any day. Shouldn't be caught on fresh any day.
I'm not disputing the fact, but then, I'm sorry, please, not like I'm cutting words into your mouth. I'm not disputing the fact that every day has to be catchy. I'm not disputing that fact. But then the colors, I don't know, there are persons who would actually agree. Like you said, we are all subject to our own opinion. There are people who would actually agree to the fact that, okay, if Monday you are appearing this way in this color, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we all know that Friday is a casual day. Not that you don't have to look neat. Remember, not that you don't have to look neat. You don't have to look fresh or something. Okay. But then, I feel in every day, it has its own color and unique story to tell.
Okay, now let's say from your end, you're saying maybe blue, to start a Monday, you have to go with something blue, like a more attractive color, a color that when someone sees you coming, you'll be like, okay, this is a little bit shiny, or not all that, But okay, now let's say people who loves black. There are people who naturally they love black, and then okay, let's say it's a corporate Monday, and they just want to go all corporate, and then they are putting on their black suits. So you wouldn't say that person is going morning, or is going out of context, because Monday has to be catchy.
But you have to also blend black. I feel there is a colors, or there are colors.
There are colors that can also go with black. Let's say this person wants to wear black on black.
Okay.
Yes, black.
55.
Black.
I've actually seen it though. It's not like you're far from the truth. I've actually seen it.
So, like I mentioned earlier, it's just we are all subject to our own
Yeah.
opinion. For me, I feel like every day has to be catchy. Every day, you don't have to be caught on fresh any of those days. Even if Friday, yes, most times in school, there are times that will say Friday should be for Ankara dresses. Yes, and then even if that Ankara is like a very dull phase Ankara, there's how you can mix it and then you still, yes, and you can revive the dullness of the Ankara. So, however, wherever you find yourself, you shouldn't be caught on fresh. That's just mine. You shouldn't be caught on fresh. Whether you're going for a blue Monday, yellow Tuesday, a black Wednesday,
Like, you're being so funny. Okay.
or a white Thursday, you should never be caught on fresh.
Yeah, speaking about us, it wasn't meant to be white.
Yeah.
Now you may be
As a
wondering-
BCS member, right?
You may
Okay.
be wondering why I am quiet on set. This is a period where the ladies have to talk and you have to learn. You understand? Fashion most times is given to the women 60-40, or should I say 70-30. The ladies are known for fashion. They could give you the best advice you want to get. So pay attention. If you're just joining us, our topic of this course is early morning productivity secrets, because you need these to have a very wonderful day. We do not want you waking up in the morning and getting frustrated at night. Most parents pass through this. So this is why you need to observe some rituals, either a pre-ritual before the next morning. So those take us to our next phase. Now let's go to a reality check.
Okay.
Sister Peace, do you have any routines you observe in the morning before you proceed out of the house?
Okay, routine. All right, this is going to be purely reality, so take me for it. Every morning, as a BCS member, we know that we have to say our morning prayer. So it's it's something that is there in our house, like it's a necessity. So I have to say that. After which, definitely, I for one, I take my water morning, at least to help your metabolic system or something, before I can now dash out to refreshing myself and preparing for work. Except on the day, and sometimes I do a little bit of exercise, like stretch myself. Like stretch myself in the possible ways I can. There were days I used to run, like do morning runs, but at some point, when so many things comes in, tend to have miss out, and once you miss out, you start becoming lazy towards that aspect again, which I'm still making efforts to see how I can go back to my morning exercise, like road walk before coming to taking other activities. So that's how it is. I do my morning prayers, take my water, then dash out to refresh myself or take exercise depending on the day. If it's not a work day like this, then before I know I start the day.
That's all.
That's all. If there's fruit, I take it.
All right. Can we get yours, please?
Okay, it's more like we are repeating it, but however, we wouldn't also want to go without adding that. Yeah, as a BCS child, it has to be a norm. Like, it has to be something in you. Like, there's no how you can wake up each day without your morning prayers.
Sure.
You get, even if you don't do the full morning prayer the way it's conducted in the Bethels and all of that, but at least you should be able to kneel, tell God thank you for seeing you throughout the night, fighting all your sin and unseen battles for you. And then after that, I don't go wrong with my water. It is a me something. Like, I don't ever go wrong with my water. Like, anytime I wake up in the morning, I don't take water. In fact, I can't even go without taking water. I will not even feel myself. So before I even proceed to the kitchen to start doing anything, I must have to take my water even before, doing every other thing. And then, aside that, fruits. I also, if I still have my fruits in my refrigerator, I just go there, pick some, and then I do the little I can do. But for me, exercises are not really, I'm not really, yeah, it's not really my
Try
thing, though.
it. It's really
Because I
helps.
feel like I still exercise, even if I don't do all those kind of rigorous exercises. Yeah, there are things I still do, and I know that I am still exercising. Even if I don't go to the gym, I don't run around, I don't do this, I know that. For one, there are times I'll just be like, okay, let me trek from here to this place.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let
me trek from this distance to this. Not that I do not have the means of transporting myself.
Yeah.
I just decide to, okay, let me do this. And for that, I know I have exercised. But saying it is a routine for me to do exercises every morning, then I'll be lying. It's a reality check. That is not what I'm actually used. I am not used to that, you know. But I know that
it's not your thing.
My thing. But I know that in a week, I know that I must have I have trimmed down some kind of, you know, excessive
calories.
So,
all right,
so that is that.
I
Okay.
have to ask, if you do not meet up your morning ritual, do you have any regrets, Sister Peace?
Yes, for example, if I don't pray, this is a reality check. Yeah. If I don't pray, I feel like I actually missed out on something. That's just me. I feel like I've actually, so sometimes once I get to the office, the next, like once my mind recollects that, Peace, we are not able to do this, I just did at that point. You understand? Because definitely I'll not feel comfortable. I feel like so much weight on is on me. This me being sincere. I feel like so much weight is on me and all of it. And over time, I've watched my mom like a routine, like she doesn't miss. Even if she's so late and she wants to go out
catch up with something.
Up with something. Thank you. By 6 o'clock, she doesn't miss it. I wonder how she does that, but she doesn't miss it. So having to grow up alongside with her, you know, doing that as a norm, as part of her. So that like I've actually seen myself trying to pick up on that. So if I don't pray, I actually feel like the whole weight is on me, and sometimes I have to meditate before I start, you know, feeling the peace gradually. For water, I am someone who dehydrates a lot. Like I don't know if you watch me closely, you notice that every second I want to drink water, or every minute and all of that. So as such, that one is something that whether I don't drink it very early, I have to do it even when I've not eaten. You understand? I have to. And sometimes when I don't drink it early, just know that I'm on fast to that period. So, but I drink water, like in a day, I can find myself drinking a whole lot of water than eating solid food. So for me, that's just it. But trying to see if I can meet up maybe the things I did not do. Maybe like I had other activities, like maybe I have to, you know, write, depending on what I'm writing, I have to write, or I have to take care of some works that I know I have to. You know, first of all, I'd like to also point out that I used to be this kind of person that procrastinates a lot. Like I might tell myself I'll be doing this, before you know it, I'm shifting, I'm pushing and all of that. Until when we had usually, is this Sister Elizabeth Ekong, if I'm not wrong, that she once came up and, you know, talked to us about procrastination and all of that. Or Brenna Ekwen, one of those two persons. Yes. Yes, please. One of those two persons. So I decided, I saw myself trying to push, you know, ahead of procrastinating all the time. So I'm trying my best. So that's just it.
All right. Now, Sister Stella, over to you. Do you have any compensation you give to yourself after missing your morning rituals?
After missing?
Yes.
Or carrying out?
After missing, there are some point in time you might not be able to carry out this morning rituals due to one reason or the other. So do you have any compensation you give to yourself to calm your nerves, like Sister Peace rightly said?
Okay.
Sometimes you might miss maybe not to pray or not to do this. So at some point in the day, do you have any compensation you need to give to yourself, or do you tell yourself, I need to double up the next day? Or maybe if I normally pray for like 5 minutes to compensate myself, I'm going to pray for 10 minutes. So do you have any compensation?
Like you're punishing yourself for not doing it.
Okay, I know that these things requires determination and consistency. Yeah. If you're someone that is determined to, you know, work by this routine, something you're used to, just like she mentioned, she watched her mom do the pray every morning, whether she's running late to wherever she's going to, she just have to make sure, even if it's for 2 minutes, kneel down and pray. Yes, that is because her mom has built herself to that extent of, I must do this before leaving the house, you know. So that is the consistency and the determination. Now let's say, for instance, something just happened and made her to rush out of the house. Let's say she had an urgent call. Okay, something happened somewhere, and then maybe she was about leaving the house. The next thing she had in mind to do was to pray, and then she had that urgent call. So because someone is saying, please just come now, she didn't maybe remember to kneel down and pray. Do you get? I'm just trying to fit myself into that shoe. Now I'm going to see the scene where this person is calling you to come to check this emergency stuff and all of that. You could as well just stand there to say, God, thank you for this. You don't necessarily need to kneel down and then pray all those lengthy prayers, take all those steps. You get, you could just on your own meditate and say, God, thank you for not allowing this to happen the way
But
this
do you
person
think
explained.
do you think it will have the same efficacy?
Of
Why?
course.
Why won't
Of
it?
course.
Like, okay, like I'm looking at it from this angle now.
Oh, you start feeling
Yeah.
guilty for not
Okay.
doing it.
Yeah, there are persons who believe that maybe if they do not kneel down to
To
pray
pray.
that morning and communicate, they start feeling so
Like you've not really done it
troubled,
well.
that you've not, so, like, do they have any means they have to compensate? Is that what I was saying? That,
Well, for me,
Yeah,
for
okay.
me, I don't I don't subscribe to that school of thought that if you don't kneel down to pray, if you don't go to the mountains to pray, your prayers will not be heard. I feel like, because it's even said that you should pray with us. Even if you're walking by the streets, you're going to somewhere, you could just on your own meditate within you without even your next door neighbor or maybe the next person sitting by your side to hear whatever you're saying. Do you get? So whether or not you are in the valley, on the mountains, in the forest, wherever, you can still pray, and then God will hear and answer your prayers. Do you understand? But the part of compensation you mentioned, okay, I don't beat myself up.
Yeah.
Yes, I do not beat myself up if I'm not able to follow my daily routines.
Okay.
I know that, however, I'll still have to meet up. Yes, I'll still have to meet. I don't, like
But
you
don't
said.
don't you think those compensation will spoil you up, like to make sure that, for example, let me say you're supposed to do this in the morning, drink water, exercise, pray, make sure you get your clothes ready for the day ahead, and maybe you missed out one thing. Do you think there's something, because if it's a child we are grooming, that you must take on these daily routines, there's
And
the
the child
consequences
misses.
with
Okay.
time when you miss out. So we as adults, what is that consequence that is going to face us, and how do we compensate ourselves?
Okay, normally we will not, since we are not children and nobody is there to watch you or to
Okay,
track
eh.
if you're following your routine,
Yeah.
you're not going to flog yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, but if it's a child you're
What an
grooming, just like you
exemption.
mentioned,
I would like to come in there.
just like you
when you're
mentioned,
done.
you want to lash the child, to shout on the child, to spank the child, to do this. I asked you to do this and you're not doing it. But normally you will just have to retrieve. If you're someone who loves procrastinating, and then something you're supposed to do this morning, you say, no, let me not do it this morning. Okay, let's say you're supposed to pray this morning, you say, since I left in a hurry, I'll pray in the afternoon. And then when the afternoon comes, you say, I'll pray at night before I sleep. All those kind of excuses. You should be able to pinch yourself to say you are a model to this child you're grooming.
Yeah.
And in as much as you want this child to follow this step, to follow this track, to be consistent in his or her routine, you should also be consistent in your routine, so that when you're lashing this child for deviating,
conscience will not
your
blame you.
conscience will not also be flogging you. So I think that's all I have to add.
All right, yeah, I actually wanted to say something where you asked her,
Yeah.
in a situation where you misses out on your routine, who beats you? You know, when a child faults, at least we are there to spank and all of that. But you as an adult, when you fault, who is there to spank you? Yes, like Stella answered, no one will spank you, but your conscience will. You understand? And sometimes, you know, there's how you mold yourself, you prepare your mind to know that, okay, this is what I'll do. Sometimes if you don't do it, I don't know, but for me, sometimes if I don't do it, the day doesn't go the way I planned, like I would have envisaged. Do you understand my point? If I don't, let me say, if I don't pray, if I don't drink my water to help me, you know, to help my system, sometimes you end up having indigestion, which tends to disturb you a whole day, that you cannot feed or something and all of that. So at that point, no one is beating you. But you know that if you had prayed, your day, you have set yourself ready for the day, and you have set God, you have made God, or I don't know how to put it, but you have reminded God, Father, I'm going out for something. Please, it's not like God is not seeing that you want for something. But there is this thing when you tell God, Father, please, I want to do this.
God has a lot of issues to attend to, so remind him.
So, like Stella said, so you have to remind him, Father, please, I want to actually undo this thing. Please see how you can do it better for me. And definitely he will do it. Your conscience at that point is the one reprimanding you, not anybody coming to beat you or spank you for what you did wrong. So that's just what I wanted to add. So I don't know, our audience, please, if you're watching, do well to comment. Let's get to hear what you have to say about this. And of course, we are live on our Facebook page at BCS Star Cross TV Prayer Line. And of course, on our Facebook page, YouTube page as well, sorry, at BCS Starcross TV International.
Yeah, the phone line still remains +2347044802883. Please dial the phone line. Let's also hear what you have to say regarding our topic of discourse this morning.
All right, please do well for calling. We are expecting your call. So now I have to bring another one. Now let's look at breakfast.
Okay.
Do we think that breakfast makes our day? You guys are the ladies. You definitely give us a lot of insight. Let me start with Sister.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
If breakfast do make our day.
Yes, so the perfect day.
Well, yeah, like the name implies, breakfast. It's more like all through the night you were on fast. So yeah. So the first meal of the day is very important. You may not be able to eat to take lunch, and you may be excused for that. But your breakfast is, except maybe there are exceptions. Maybe you are on fast that day, then that is where the exception comes in. But if you're not on fast, you should be able to break that fast. Do you understand? You should be able to break that fast. You have been fasting all through the night. Do you get? But most times, situations or circumstances will make us to miss out our breakfast.
And do you think that is going to affect our day, Sister Peace?
I know you want to put me in a hot spot because I, for one, I'm not.
We are giving audience the secret to having a very wonderful, productive morning.
Yes, yes. I also understand that as a BCS member, you have to observe 6 to 12. I feel it is spiritually like minded that at least every day you don't like when you want to eat. Once you wake up, you eat immediately. You have to give yourself some space, to, whatever it is, you have to give yourself some space. So at the same time, I feel breakfast is important. If you ask me, it's important because it helps to fill up your body for the day. It's about energy, nutrient, and setting a good tone for the day. Sometimes when we talk about breakfast, people think that sorry, I'm not trying to, speak here of anyone on this set. Yes, but people feel it must be luxurious, or some persons feel it should be bread, gari and soup, depending on what you have. But then when we are talking about breakfast and we are talking about filling your system, at least there should be fruits, tea, maybe coffee to help, your system. It should be something like potato, something light, something light to help you feel ready. Not something to make you sleep all through the day, but something that should, make you energetic, ready for the day, ready to achieve that thing, make you feel like, yes, you are going out there to achieve the goal. So it should be something light for me when you're calling it breakfast. So it has a whole important role to play when it's starting your day.
All right, so another wonderful aspect I want us to talk about is having a balance, both spiritual and physical. What should we pay attention to the most once we want to start our day? I'd love to start with Sister Stella. Most persons might say you have to pray, do this, be so spiritually conscious. And at the end of the day, they forget to apply the physical attributes, and we do not have a balance. So where should our preference lie? Is it on the spiritual aspect or the physical aspect to have a better morning?
Okay, I would say both.
It should be a balance.
Yes, do not neglect one and then see how to carry the other one. Like the other one is much more important than the other. There should be a balance. Yes, you should be prayerful to make sure your spiritual life is fueled. You should make sure you're consistent in fastings, even if it's not like the consistency I'm talking about is not a day in, day out kind of thing, but at least you should always, you should groom yourself, your spiritual life to attune with always carrying out fastings. And then whether or not you are a prayer warrior or you're always consistent in fasting, you should not neglect the power of checkups. Yes, you should always go for, whether monthly or weekly, whatever routine, you should always go for checkups. Do not say, because I'm spiritually inclined, because I'm always on fast, because I'm always prayerful, because I'm always this, every church activities, I'm always there. So because of that, everything in your immune, everything in your cell, everything is okay. It could be okay, but you just have to be sure that they are okay. Not that God cannot do all of that for you, because what even heaven says, or the Bible says, heaven helps those who help themselves. So you should also do not neglect.
Part of the Bible.
Do not neglect the physical for the spiritual. Neither should you also neglect the spiritual for the physical. Carry both along. Every of those elements of the physical and the spiritual, they are all important.
All right, thank you so much. Now, I have seen persons who value their phones over any other thing.
Their phones, mobile phones.
Yes, their mobile phones over any other thing in the morning. They feel their phone is the first point of contact.
Okay.
I do not want to say even above God.
Okay.
Like the first thing, once they wake up in the morning, they get to their phone and they start fiddling their phone even before they go down on their knees to pray or any means they want to pray. What do we have to say to this kind of persons who apply much intention or intensity or prioritization to their phones over any other thing? That is their first ritual.
Okay.
Prioritizing their phone over every other thing. Sister, please, what do you have to say?
All right, thank you so much, Brother David Eric. I feel it's wrong that when you wake up very early in the morning, the next thing you're dashing out to do is just carrying your phone. At the same time, I want to share this experience that actually happened to me. That is something I was actually fighting for, and then I never knew that that thing was being sent to me on my Gmail. Sorry,
Okay.
it was sent to me via email. I think that's the right word to use. So what happened is that because I've been ignoring, like checking my
Your
phone
mails, yeah.
on a regular basis, only for one day, I don't just know what happened, came over me. I said, let me just go to my email and see, just delete some things and all of that. Only for me to realize that what I've been waiting and looking for, like it actually came. But because I had ignored my email, that was how the thing passed out. And there was a deadline attached to it. So it's still good when you wake up after, but then it should be after your morning prayer. After saying, I don't know how difficult it is for you to just go on your knees and tell God, thank you. Some people say you don't. Some persons, they don't even go on their knees and all of that. But then you should be able to do that. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for what you have done for the night and all of that. Then before you can even check your phone, before dashing out to do every other thing. So while you're making your phone your companion, why not you start it right, doing it right? Say your prayers first. I feel that's the only first thing you have to do. If you ask me, as long as you wake up, your hands are moving, your legs are, moving and everything, you can actually breathe. You can check your voice if it's actually saying something, and you can actually speak. God is always protecting us. Some persons sleep and they don't wake up. But here you are able to wake up. You're able to, sometimes maybe you're sleeping close to someone else and the person wakes up at the same time. You can actually tell the person good morning and the person can hear you. Why not you tell God thank you before you do every other thing? So please, I feel in this 2026, that's one attitude we have to let go of. Waking up and the next day you pick your phone. I once did that. My mom was like, so that's the first thing you know how to do.
Okay.
So I feel we should see the need to, boycott all these old habits that we were living. When you wake up, say your morning prayers, then you can check your phone. Sometimes the things you're waiting and hoping for, it might come without you knowing.
Okay.
So you have to check your emails on daily basis before you can go up to do.
Yeah, to
any
add to
other
that,
thing.
I feel like I also have similar testimony to
Yeah.
what you just say right now. Because most times, like, there was a time I was so glued to my phone. Like, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I'll do is to carry my phone. Yes. But,
It's as if the whole world stopped
when you were sleeping.
when you were not with your phone. That's the attribute that most persons.
yeah, it's as if you missed a whole lot. So you just, like that the few hours you slept over the night, yes, you had missed a whole lot. So you just have to, the first thing you have to do is just
Get
to pick
back
your
to
phone.
us.
So I was one of those, you understand. But at some point, nobody even advised me. I had to advise myself. I was like, what are you doing?
grew up.
Yeah, I had to grow up. I was like, what are you doing? Is this normal? This can't be normal. The first thing you should do, just like you rightly mentioned, should be to tell God thank you for a successful night's rest.
Yeah.
Why telling your phone thank you first? Because it's more like you're praising telling your phone thank you, thank you, thank you for waiting for
Imagine
me.
waking up and you get to stretch and you get to see your phone is blank.
Do you understand?
Don't say that. Don't go there. So just like Esther Smith had testified, I also happened to find myself in a situation where I missed out on something very important because I didn't have this habit of going through my mails. Most times, even when you're glued to your phone, you don't even do
you
important
ignore those
things
things.
with this phone. That is the most annoying part of it. You don't do important things with this phone, like always going through your mails every day or every morning to make sure you're not missing out on anything. The first thing you do is go on social media just to see the new trends and all of that before you now remember to pray in the morning.
Yeah.
That is, you go through your phone first, then prayer comes second. Meanwhile, the reverse is supposed to be the case. So like I said, I was this person. But
now
I
you're
had to,
changed
I had to advise myself. I was like, Stella, this can't be you. You cannot be doing this. The reverse should rather be the case. You pray first. Make sure you give God his accolades. You give God his glory for seeing you through a successful night. And then maybe the phone probably might come. That is, if it's even important that you go through your phone at that point in time. Else, you do something more important. Let's say you are in a hurry to meet up something very important in the morning. The first thing you should do is after prayer, you make sure you settle yourself that morning. Maybe on your way, you can now go through your phone to see. Those things are not running away anyways. Those things on social media will still be there waiting for you to go and see them. That is if they're even relevant, you know. So let's see how to curtail most of the things we do. Our topic is emphasizing on what we should do in the morning, just to make sure our mornings are okay, productive morning. So there are things we should do and the things we shouldn't do. So that when you want to lash a child for not doing it right, your conscience should also be free. You get, there are times when you want to lash a child, your conscience will tell you, are you sure you're even you know, all those kind of things. So that is how we feel it should be. But if you have a different routine from what you're saying here, if you have a different viewpoint, please do not hesitate to dial the phone line on your screen.
All right, please, I want to place I want to place emphasis on the email aspect.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how many young persons out there are watching right now, but I want to emphasize that sometimes the opportunities you're looking for can come via your emails. Because sometimes this email you have, they're all out there. You might feel it's your privacy, but a company might have your email without knowing, and they send it.
When you have submitted.
And sometimes it comes. I can remember there is one job offer that came via my email. I never applied for it. You understand? They just sent, oh, that these so and so persons are looking for. Sometimes you have a LinkedIn account. Your LinkedIn account carries your email. So companies can have that, send it to you, and you can from there maybe have an opportunity, a lifetime opportunity. Remember, you have to also pray about it. So that's just it. The power of email. Please never you underestimate it. Use it consciously and wisely.
All right, thank you. Now, there are some persons who do not play with documentations in the morning. Is it right to wake up after praying?
Like to-do list, you mean?
Yes, we can put it as a to-do list. Some call it the diary section in the morning. Is it right to wake up and say, dear diary, I am grateful I woke up this morning. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing that. I wish to achieve this morning. I wish to achieve this morning. And at the end of the day, they come back to the diary and say, dear diary, I was able to do this and do that and do that. Do you think it's nice? I do not know. Most persons, it could spoil them up to get to a particular point they could not get to. So, let me start with this. Do you think it is right and can it be encouraged?
Well, I would say if it's right, yeah, it's right and it should also be encouraged. But we are here on a reality check. I don't do that. Yeah, I don't do it. What I do is when I wake up already I know what I'm going to do that day, except for the impromptu stuff that will just come in. Yes, as at yesterday, I knew what I was supposed to do today. I had already streamlined my activity I don't have to write them down. Yes, I already know that I'll be here, I'll be there. I have a meeting today. I have already streamlined myself and my activities. Like I said, except for impromptu activities that will just maybe come up. I don't necessarily need to write them down. But it's also okay if you write them down so that for posterity and for security reasons too. There are people, I know of someone who took her dowry stuff very serious. She's always writing everything in her diary and everything. And then there's one day she got missing. That should be a movie or something. She got missing. Nobody could trace her from anywhere. Nobody could hear from her, no call, no message, no nothing. Nobody knew her whereabouts. But someone stumbled on her diary and then read the last thing she wrote on the last page of the diary, and then that was how they could trace where she went to that morning. So that was how they could, you know, locate where she went to, and then they went there and found her, should I say, her dead body or something.
Wow.
So that could also serve as a means of, should I say, security, or maybe for, in case of emergency situations, you know that, okay, this can also help to direct or to redirect a path. But to me, it's not really that necessary because I don't do it. But it can also be encouraged anyways.
All right, Sister Peace, you have an exception.
Yeah, I can remember. My diary is still there. My diary is still there. I used to
What
use
made you
it.
stop?
I feel sometimes when you grow,
Growth means
you tend to grow about a whole lot of things. I used to have a lot that I write, and sometimes when you write them, you pick them up, it reminds you what the decisions you made and how you can go about it. So it really guided me then. I would not lie. It really did guided me then, because I would tell myself, okay, this is what I don't want to do. This is what I want to do at the end of this moment or this day or this week or this year and all of that. And sometimes when I'd go back to be like, okay, Peace, you said you don't want to do this. All right. So if you had done it, see how you can retrace back and, you know, stop doing it. But if this is what you wanted to do, if you're doing it, see how you can do it better. So it was like a form of direction. But then I feel growing up, and going back to read those things,
You just be laughing at yourself.
I laughed. I can remember I actually saw myself in that position one day where I was going through everything I wrote, and I was, wow, did I actually wrote this? And the funniest part, I was inscripting the date, the day I wrote and the time and all of that. So it was actually like a guideline for me at that point. But no, growing up, I know the only thing I can actually do right now is just to have a to-do list. Okay, this is what. Remember, the diary I had then was, okay, everything that's happening, you know, to you, the good moment, the sad moment, I put it down. But now, growing up, it has, what I do is just, although I'm not doing it like that, but what I tend to do sometimes is like having, today I want to do this, so time, when it gets to this time, okay, I want to do this one and all of that. And it has been helpful. Yeah, not that I do it every day, but it has been helpful.
All right, thank you so much. It has been an amazing time here on the Morning Star Breakfast Show. We have been looking at a very important and interesting topic. To make your morning productive rather, it's something that is very, very amazing. It is stressful at the same time, and I think determination is the main center point. We can all sit down here to say we want to pray in the morning. We need to have breakfast in the morning. We need to arrange our clothes before the morning and so on and so forth. That is why I brought the point that what happens when you do not fulfill this? Because if it is a child, you want to unleash your venom on that particular child. So what is the thing you do to compensate yourself? What is that consequences that comes that will make you sit up the next day to have the morning right the next day? I think we'll be looking at this particular aspect when we come back after the break. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
We have the life of Sister Ellen Moore. That wonderful boy that has remained constant. And of course, the choir this time is none other than Brother Bright, a very special child of the Father. The Lord brethren, continue clapping for them until they reach the stage. It is not easy. This choir has withstood the test of time. A lot of them are no more here physically. Some left for marriage. Some left for joining another religion. But the one before us says that Oluwa, who you are the God we know. And forever we shall worship you with the beautiful song that you have given to us. So Lord, celebrate this one choir. Celebrate them with your hands. If your hands are not busy, while they come on the stage, continue to celebrate them. Father has used your song to heal the sick, make the blind see, perform so many miracles in this outfit. Thank you, Father, for keeping this choir beautiful. And before your throne, the earth is our Father. Remember, don't sleep off before your holy presence. Thank you, Father. Once again, we present Lincoln family.
It's good to know you're still glued to Star Cross Television. Thank you for joining us, and I'm still here with my beautiful, amazing colleague, very close to me. I still have Sister P. Smith. Good to have you back.
Thank you.
From my far right, I still have Sister Stella Obina. Good to have you back.
Thank you very much.
And joining us here on set, we have a very beautiful lady all the way from Bayelsa State. Her name is Sister Ebimo Barrera. It's good to have you.
Good to have you too.
Thank you so
Good
much.
morning.
Good morning.
All right.
Good morning, Sister Stella.
Yes, before we go into our next segment, please just give us a few seconds, or should we do it at the end of the morning star? But before that, before you joined us, we were looking at a very wonderful topic. We were speaking on the mornings, how we can make our mornings productive. It is very, very important and essential. I know you'll be giving us your own quarter when you wrap up your wonderful segment. We were about to look at compensation and rewards. Is it right at the end of the day when you meet up your, should I say, your to-do list or your morning rituals to compensate yourself by treating yourself to an ice cream treat or a vacation or something for upholding your rituals? Because if it's a child that has done that wonderful or carry out that particular segment or that wonderful routine in the morning, he or she deserves a reward. So as an adult, you also deserve a reward for accomplishing your ritual. So I'll be hearing from Sister Peace and Sister Stella. In one word, or in few words, Sister Stella, is it right for you to have a reward after your wonderful or your completion of your rituals?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with you rewarding yourself.
And what kind of reward would that be?
It depends on whatever you want to reward yourself with, and it depends on the tax you carried. Not just for your morning rituals.
Yeah.
Whatever you've been able to achieve for yourself. Let's say you had set a goal that in 6 months you're going to acquire a land, and then you had consistently and you determined yourself, or you were determined to make sure 6 months, not 6 months plus 1 week, or 6 months and 2 weeks, 6 months you're able to acquire that land. You are okay to, give yourself that treat because you were so what should I say, you were
Determined.
matured enough to make sure you followed that due process, you followed that goal or that to-do list or whatever to make sure you acquired that land. So it's okay for you to give yourself that very wonderful treat, maybe vacation or something, if you can actually get it done for yourself.
All right, Sister Peace, any input?
I think I also support what Stella said. Giving yourself a treat depends on the nature of the task you decided to complete for a day, or if it's a week, or if it's a long term or short term. So it all depends. But let's say for a day, you can actually give yourself the treat by, buying something you enjoy eating. You do that, just put your TV on, just feel relaxed and play music.
Nice.
That's just a
and
treat
tell
for
yourself,
me.
thank you for
That you
observing
actually-
your morning rituals.
I don't know, we all have our different ways, so it all depends.
I feel reward will spur us up to have a productive mornings. If you reward yourself this morning when you meet up, definitely you have a productive morning. And when you do not meet up, I think there has to be a consequence for that. But I am not really sure about the strokes of cane that we're going to be using. All right, let's bring in our wonderful lady from Bayelsa State. What do you have for us today? And when you're wrapping up, please, we need your own input on how to make your mornings productive.
All right, thank you very much, Bro Eric. We're going straight to today /infotainment. Time is not on our side, so I'm going to run this down as quickly as possible. So we're going straight to the first one we have for you today, which is Martha's Panama Day. So Martha's in Panama is observed on January 9th, commemorating the tragic event on January 9th, 1964, known as the Flag Riot. On this day, Panamanian students attempted to raise their national flag in the U.S.-controlled Panama Canal Zone, following an agreement that both flags should be flown in the area. Tensions escalated when the Panamanian flag was torn during the confrontation with the U.S. residents and authorities. The protests that followed led to violent clashes, resulting in different casualties. So the Martyrs' Day honored those who lost their lives defending the Panama's sovereignty. The incident became a turning point in Panama's nationalism and directly influenced negotiations that culminated in the Qatar Treaty of 1977, which eventually returned control of the Panama Canal to the Panama in the year 1999. Moving forward, we also have the non-resident Indian Day. This is celebrated on January 9th, also known as the Pravasi Day, celebrated annually on January 9th in India. The date commemorates the return of the Mahatma Gandhi from the South Africa in India on January 9th, 1915, an event that marked the beginning of his leadership in India's freedom struggle. The observance was instituted by the government of India in 2003 to recognize the immense contribution of the Indian diaspora to India's economic growth, global influence, and cultural diplomacy significance. The day highlights the role of overseas Indians in technology, education, medicine, politics, and entrepreneurship, but also strengthen ties between India and its global citizens, fostering investment, cultural exchange, and national development. Moving forward, we also have Day of Republica, the SOPSCA. The Day of Republica Srpska is observed on January 9th by the Republika Srpska, one of the two entities of Bosnia and Herzegovina. The date marks January 9th, 1992, when the two entity proclaimed the establishment of the Republika Srpska ahead of the Bosnia War. In 2015, the Bosnia's Constitution Court declared holiday unconstitutional, citing ethnic discrimination. Despite this, a 2016 referendum held within Republika and Srpska reaffirmed its observance, though it remained unrecognized and disputed by the central government and international bodies. Moving forward, we also have here Steve Jobs unveiled the first iPhone on January 9th, 2007. On January 9th, 2007, at the Mac World Conference and Expo in San Francisco, California, Apple CEO Steve Jobs unveiled the first iPhone, a moment that revolutionized modern technology, born from Apple's ambition to merge communication, computing, and entertainment. The iPhone introduced a touchscreen interface, visual keyboard, and mobile internet browsing in a single handheld device. This unveiling reshaped global communication, also launched the smartphone era, and transformed entire industry and redefines how humans interact with technology. It remains one of the most influential product launches in history. Moving forward, we also have the International Choreographers Day. It's celebrated on January 9th to honor choreographers as the creative architect behind dance performers across culture and genres. The day recognizes their role in transforming movement into storytelling, emotions, and cultural expression. It promotes appreciation for dance as an art form, celebrates innovations in movement, and acknowledges choreographers' influence in preserving heritage and also shaping contemporary performance arts. Moving forward, we also have the National Static Electricity Day. The National Static Electricity Day is observed on January 9th, a time of year when dry winter air increases static buildups. The day raises awareness about the science behind static electricity, a phenomenon studied since ancient times and formalized through experiments by scientists like Benjamin Franklin. Beyond sparks and shocks, the static electricity play a crucial role in industries such as manufacturing, electronics, and the environmental science, making this day both educational and scientific. We also have the National Wonk Day, celebrates policy analysts researchers, and detailed-oriented thinkers, often referred to as wonks. Observed on January 9th, it honored those who dive deep into data and policy and system to carry informed solution. The day also emphasized the importance of critical thinking, evidence-based decision-making, and intellectual rigor in governance, economics, and social development. Moving forward, we also have here Quitters Days every second Friday of January. Quitters Day usually mark the point when people abandon their New Year resolution. The term emerged from behavioral studies observing motivation patterns early in the year. Rather than shaming failure, Quitters Day serves as a reminder to reassess goals, practice resilience, and also adopt realistic, sustainable habits. Moving forward, we also have National Balloon Ascension Day. The National Balloon Ascension Day commemorates the early era of human flight and the pioneer balloon ascent of the late 18th century, particularly in France, where the Montgolfier brothers conducted the first successful hot air balloon flight. Moving forward, we also have the National Apricot. Highlights is one of the world's oldest cultivated fruits, believed to have originated in Central Asia over 4,000 years ago. The day celebrates agriculture, nutrition, and culinary tradition. And last for today, we have the Mississippi secedes from the Union, January 9th, 1861. So 61. The Mississippi became the second U.S. state after South Carolina to secede from the UN in the lead up to American Civil War. This decision was driven by a largely dispute over several slavery, state rights, and economic interests. So that's all we have for you under Today in History. So we are going swiftly to infotainment, and number one on our list, we have a birthday celebration to Brother Ime Ete Ita, and we want to say happy birthday to him. Father bless him, open his ways, give him more money in his bank account, and of course, whatever thing that is his heart desires, Father has granted it for him. We also have another wonderful celebrant here, which is Sister Elizabeth Kilian. I hope I got that correct. Happy birthday to her. Father bless her, open her ways, give her more money in her bank account. We also have another beautiful, wonderful sister. She is Abigail, Sister Abigail Elliott. We want to say happy birthday to her. She is also in a uniform. If you could see a picture there, a very wonderful sister. We want to say happy birthday to her. Father bless her. Continue to protect her in her service, because it's not an easy job, and also give her more promotion in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. We also have another wonderful celebration. Sister Joy, Father bless her. Open the way, give her more money in a bank account. And last for today is a wonderful celebration of a wonderful twin. We have them here, Brother Kelvin Brown and Brother Kelly Brown. Kelvin and Kelly. So we want to say happy birthday to them. They're singers, they are also actors. If you've been watching Starcrest Television, you would see some of their works that have been playing on our station. We want to say happy birthday to them. Father, I will continue to give them the wonderful talent, and they will also increase in their talents. And of course, they will go places. Father, bless them, open their way, give them more opportunity, and of course their destiny will continue to be brighter every day. Thank you very much. That's all I have for you under Today in History / infotainment. Thank you very much, Sister Stella Obina, Sister Pace Smith, and Bro Eric for having me here.
All right, thank you so much. This is how far we can go, but before we go, 1 minute, Sister AB Mobile Rex, it is nice for us to have rewards after fulfilling our morning rites.
Okay, Bro Eric, I know I'm one person that love treating myself nicely. Yes, I know Sister P.C. can attest to that fact. Yes, I feel it's a good thing to reward yourself, because it gives you that feeling to pick up again, to go to another task, and it gives you that confidence. Okay, yes, I've done this. You are happy with yourself. That moment alone just gives you that space to like believe more in yourself and to do more. And it also gives you that self-esteem. You understand, if they are not treating me right, oh man, I'm trying, I'm I'm going to treat myself right. I actually buy to Stella's idea when she said vacation. Of course, I love I love traveling, and that is a very wonderful thing. So I want to say it out there to everybody that you should always try to treat yourself right, even though the reward is something small. Just try to do that, and you will see you yourself, you appreciate yourself better. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. This is how far we can go. Make sure you watch Starcross Television and enjoy the rest of your day, because most especially Starcross Television is here to streamline your activities and make sure you stay in line with God's own activities. Thank you for being part and parcel of this wonderful episode. Thank you so much, Sister Stella Obina. Thank you so much, Peace Meet, and also, yes, and also Sister A.B. Moborex. Enjoy the rest of the program on Starcross Television. Goodbye.